Hello, this is Brent Lowe coming to you for our next Fireside Chat. And before I get started, I am extremely honored. Today is Job Shadow Day, and I am very fortunate to have a shadow today. And this is Anna. She is a foreign exchange student from Poland, and she wanted to shadow me today, and I am so honored. I hope to be able to show her the ins and outs of the school. And kind of the business side of the school, not so much school business, but the business side of the school. So, Anna, glad to have you here, and I hope today is exciting for you.
It is.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. The reason I wanted to come today with a with a fireside chat. Remember, my lowdowns are small. They tell quick snapshots, and when I need to explain something, I'm going to come to you with a fireside chat. And today's chat is about the building of the new central office. This past board meeting, the board approved the guaranteed maximum price to build a new centralized central office. And just so I don't want any rumors being spread or any misinformation, I want to come to you and tell you our plan, kind of give you an idea of why we did it, and what this means for the school system. All right, first of all, let's go ahead and get the elephant in the room out of the way. This two-story central office building will be on the same footprint as the Rufus Adams Auditorium. That means there will be some demolition, and the Rufus Adams will be demoed, and this will be put in the same footprint. Now, before everybody gets upset, we did do some feasibility on this, and the way that auditorium is built, and the fact that the way the spaces are cut up, and it's a red iron building with CMU walls that are have some strange foundations and a sunken floor. The cost of renovating that was just astronomical. And when you got through with that, you would just have an old building that had been renovated. So we didn't just come in there and not take some time to think about what it would look like. I mean, you got to think about something. I drive around town in a 1986 Ford Bronco. I like old things. I like to make sure we keep the things we can, but we feel like as a school system that the Rufus Adams Auditorium has served a great purpose for many years, but it's time to move on for that. So that's our plan. Is we'll start the demolition of the Rufus Adams Auditorium, and then this building will go in that same footprint. We currently are housed in two different buildings. The student services, curriculum and instruction, school information system, instructional technology, and myself are in one building. And then across town, which doesn't seem like a long time, but anybody that's been through Jackson and knows how bad 3rd Street is knows it's not conducive to quick travel from one building to the other. Over at over at the Mulberry Street building, you've got HR, finance, and operations, as well as social work and communication. So, all of that being said, we need everybody under the same roof to work together, and this seems like a feasible way to do that. Because of the square footage on the ground, we are doing a 2-story building, and it's also cheaper to build up than it is to build out. So we're trying to be good stewards of our eSplosh dollars. The reason for the timing of this, because I've been asked this, well, why are we doing this now? If you look back over the last 5 to 10 years, we've done a lot of things for students. We have, number one, we have renovated and modified 3 of our 5 schools, and in the next year we will be replacing the HVAC systems in our other 2 elementary schools. So we've done what we need to do for the students. We have put playgrounds in. We've renovated our athletic facilities. We've renovated our fine arts facilities and built the new Performing Arts Center. We've provided up-to-date school buses. We have also state-of-the-art maintenance and transportation facility to service these buses. All of this is for the kids, and we've got to now, our need is to make sure that we can work efficiently on the business end of the school. And by putting everybody under one roof and renovating central registration, that's we see that as our next step. We also have some needs, some student needs, but in order to address these student needs, we've got to move people around. So kind of, if you're looking at our next 5 years, 4.5 to 5 years, the plan will be to build the new central office. Then everybody that's in the Ernest Battle Professional Building, which is the building that I'm in, we'll move them into the new central office. And then the structure here, once again, in that feasibility structure, the architect and I had a conversation, and the guts of this building they're strong. It's got a good skeletal structure. So the plan would be to renovate the classrooms in the Ernest Battle Professional Building all the way through New Beginnings Academy. Renovate the classrooms, make sure we've got enough power for the technology, make sure we've got up-to-date drops, LED lights, make it an efficient building, add paint, make sure it's keyed the same as the rest of the system. All the things that would make this a functional classroom setting. And at that point, we're going to probably move Mainstay over here as well, and our New Beginnings Academy will house both the alternative school and our Mainstay GNETS Academy. So that will all be housed in this building that I'm currently in. Well, what that does is that frees up our 6 to 8 classrooms at Jackson High School that are currently housing the GNETs. So once we get those classrooms vacated, we're going to go in there and renovate those classrooms to where we can house more STEM type activities. We already use one of those classrooms for our heavy equipment operation classroom, but we want that to kind of be our STEM wing, and now that's not an official name. That's just Brent Lowe naming it. But come into those classroom facilities and set up our e-gaming. Go in there and maybe put some VEX robotics. Incorporate some of our 3D printing. Anyway, use that wing as our STEM wing, and have, so that way we can advance our CTAE students that are wanting to go into a manufacturing area that uses robotics. Our logistical, our mechanical and logistical students, our heavy equipment students, and that way that wing fits them. Okay, let me remind you, we can't do that until we renovate where I'm at now, and we can't renovate where I'm at now until we get us into the central office. During this whole process, we will probably sell or look at a way to get rid of the Mulberry Street facility. Once we do that, we're going to need a new nutrition warehouse, and we got to find where we're going to put that. We've got a couple of places in mind, and it may be that we can work something out with some other landowners and do a land swap. All of that's in the works and a long way away, 2 or 3 years from now. So the plan is, by the end of this current SPLOST, and in all of that, we're talking possible tennis court builds at the athletic facility. We will continue to buy technology, curriculum, and buses, as well as some athletic equipment with these eSPLOST dollars. Everything that we buy will have to have been on the referendum, which is true of every eSPLOST. But we hope that by the time that this current eSPLOST is up, we will have modern facilities across our district. We will make sure that we've had got our modifications done to the schools that earned modification, and then we'll start to cycle over and we'll start getting to the next modifications that are required to maintain our buildings and to make sure that they're up to par. The one thing that I do want to say is that in this current e-splash, we have the ability to purchase land for a possible new school facility. And we don't know if that means a middle school and turn our middle school into the 9th grade academy. We don't know what that looks like, but we know that if we have some growth, which currently, folks, the school is not growing. I feel like as the industry at the interstate grows, we're going to eventually have more rooftops in the county and our school is going to grow. But right now, our school, we're not growing, not by enough to require buying that. But in this e-splash, we do have the opportunity, if a tract of land that's desirable comes up for sale, or if we feel the need to start purchasing land, we do have that ability. All of that will be determined as we move forward, and as we look at the needs of the school system, because that's kind of how we function. Everything we do is based on a need. Trying to think if there's anything else about this e-splash that I wanted to talk about. I did, like I said, I want it to come from me. I want you to understand our plan. We have already, we're probably a month and a half away from starting, hopefully sooner, but starting the demo, and we've got to do a couple of borings and testings for this new central office. We're really excited to have everybody up under the same roof, and like I said, we're going to build a good-looking building that'll stand the test of time. It will not look dated. It'll actually kind of resemble the old pre-World War II buildings. It'll be a brick facade. It'll match everything that we've kind of built around here. It will look great next to that Performing Arts Center. So that way when people come to the Performing Arts Center, they don't see an old auditorium sitting beside it that just kind of diminishes the look of the area. So we're excited about it. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, as with always. And once again, she's not going to jump on the camera, but Anna, I'm glad to have you with me. Anna, I'm glad to have you with me, and we're excited about today. We're going to tour some of the buildings and tour some of the facilities. But anyway, well, glad to have you. I hope everybody has stayed warm over these last few weeks, and it seems like we may have a little warm front. It's probably a fake spring, but a little warm front coming up. And thanks for being here, and continue to support the Butts County School System. Thank you.